The Evil Temple is a maze of holes, traps, and creatures where avarice kills. Defy the evil deities and fight your way through swarms of opponents in dark corridors, full with traps and mysteries. Collect mysterious treasures and a weapon arsenal to become invincible. With each step, you become more corrupt, and each potent curse might be a double-edged blade. With swords, spears, arrows, and firearms, players traverse a terrible, gloomy temple with limitless rooms and hallways. Each attempt is influenced by a different curse, and there are hundreds of foes to square off against, including powerful champions and devastating bosses. Street Fighter II has been returned to the Nintendo Switch in its most famous form ever. Ultra Street Fighter II includes traditional characters as well as two new combatants, Evil Ryu and Violent Ken, as well as a variety of single and multiplayer modes. Classic pixel art images or contemporary, sophisticated styles are available to players. The game also includes a Way of the Hado option, which is a first-person single-player adventure that uses Joy-Con motion controllers. Co-op mode allows players to work together. Also, local multiplayer and internet matches are available. Luchador 1 Iguatate returns to the Metroidvania-style adventure, transporting players to a realm inspired by Mexican mythology and culture. The game has 4-player local co-op, an upgrading system with trainers all across the planet and new regions ranging from the mangrove swamp to hell. Players may learn new wrestling skills, defend themselves from undead hordes, and tackle difficult platforming tasks. The game also features new opponent kinds and a slew of bizarre new bosses. Lost in Random is an action-adventure game set in the Kingdom of Random, where the fate of each inhabitant is determined by the throw of a dice. The kingdom is divided into 6 eerie domains, each governed by a cursed black dice. Even the heroine must save her sister while also learning to accept Random's unpredictability. The game combines tactical fighting, card collecting, and explosive dice action to live in a dark wonderland where only the courageous survive. Players must adapt to shifting board game venues and discover how to tip the odds in their favor. Rogue Legacy is a lineage-based game in which players gain new classes and skills to build a diversified lineage of heroes. Each heir has distinct characteristics, such as physical or mental ailments, which give complexity and diversity to the gameplay. The challenge of the game puts talents and reflexes to the test, and each death is a learning experience. Gold may be spent to enhance the mansion, allowing you to access additional rooms and powers. The addicting nature of the game, as well as the rewarding advancement system, make it a unique and compelling experience for players of all skill levels. Luigi is invited to the hotel where Mario and his companions go missing. To save them, he must overcome his phobias and combat ghosts and riddles with the poltergeist. The hotel has themed floors, and Luigi may control Guigi, his green doppelganger who can walk on spikes and assist him in overcoming challenges. Up to 8 people can team up to climb the skyscraper using local Wi-Fi or internet. The primary adventure is a mini-game combat between Luigi and Guigi in which they must defeat ghosts, rescue toads, and complete tasks before time runs out. Grindstone is a puzzle game that blends color-matching puzzles with the thrill of monster destruction. Players take on the role of a stone grinder charged with removing grindstones from creeps on a mountain, navigating through over 250 levels loaded with complicated riddles and perils. Players can take on tasks and interact with non-playable individuals. Grindstone has a diverse selection of weapons, costumes, foes, and bosses. The game is regularly updated with new levels, equipment, adversaries, and modes, offering a fresh and interesting experience. Fables is a role-playing game that takes place in Bulgaria, a small but rich continent where insects pursue gold and immortality. There are 7 chapters in the game, as well as turn-based combat and distinctive places such as the Ant Kingdom, Snakemouth Dean, Golden Hills, the Lost Sands, and the Bee Kingdom. To improve their strikes, players can employ action instructions and a cooking mechanism. There is also a tattle system for team interaction, as well as around 30 side quests and 15 alternative bosses. In Mary Skelter 2, you may experience the continuing nightmare. Set off on an exciting journey as Blood Maidens, fascinating characters inspired by fairy tales. In this immersive first-person dungeon crawler, utilize numerous customization choices and character-specific courses to bring forth the best in each Blood Maiden. Engage in complex turn-based fights in which you must carefully balance power and insanity using a blood-fueled metamorphosis system. Navigate your way through a living jail, continuously chased by unstoppable nightmares. Mega Man X Legacy Compilation 2 is a compilation of 4 action-packed titles that transport players across 2 gaming eras, demonstrating the series' progression. Players may take on the roles of Mega Man X and his friend Zero, going on epic platforming and fighting adventures. There's also an X Challenge mode and a massive museum loaded with rare production art, historic goods catalogs, and retro campaigns. Furthermore, an animated prequel feature explores the origins of the series' major nemesis, Sigma. Carto, a little girl lost from her granny after a storm, utilizes her mapping talents to cross new territory and assist an odd bunch. She wants to see her family again. Rearranging map parts reveals new pathways, complicated riddles, and story moments. Carto will travel across mysterious locations, absorbing herself in their traditions and making friendships with new friends. A novel puzzle concept, a 5 to 7 hour trip, lively characters, hand-drawn artwork, and an enthralling soundtrack with over 30 original compositions are among the highlights. The game has 2 modes, one in which players utilize a range of guns and melee weapons to overcome foes, and another in which players employ a unique kill mechanism to remove enemies. Both modes allow players to select from 3 different sorts of kills and protect themselves using different strategies. Players may experience Vasily's journey of betrayal and redemption in the story mode, while the arena mode lets them to hone their combat abilities by battling hordes of opponents. Players can pick Vasily's character type as a monk or soldier. The Ultimate Hob experience is only accessible on Nintendo Switch, where players may solve riddles, change the world, and embark on an exciting journey. The game sends players on a journey to save a world that is on the verge of extinction. The game's performance and features have been improved, featuring a captivating and chaotic universe, mind-bending puzzles, and the chance to acquire new skills by upgrading your mechanical glove arm. Players may explore ancient ruins, make alliances with sprites, and combat rogue monsters in dramatic battles. Street Fighter 2 has been returned to the Nintendo Switch in its most famous form ever. Ultra Street Fighter 2 includes traditional characters as well as 2 new combatants, Evil Ryu and Violent Ken, as well as a variety of single and multiplayer modes. Classic pixel art images or contemporary, sophisticated styles are available to players. The game also includes a Way of the Hado option, which is a first-person single-player adventure that uses Joy-Con motion controllers. Co-op mode allows players to work together. Also, local multiplayer and internet matches are available. Criminal syndicates will govern in the future, and law enforcement will be cautious to intervene. Bounty hunters, courageous people, are the city's only hope. Players may demolish the criminal underground in this spectacular combination of action, humor, and arcade shooting. Strategic suppression, coordinated advances, vivid cityscapes, hand-painted 16-bit pixel art visuals, and a crisp 60-frame-per-second gameplay are key characteristics. The game contains a diverse set of opponents, ranging from wild punks to organized hockey hooligans, each with its own area and arsenal of weaponry. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome!